right, here we are. Top 10 games.
Top 10 games of all time. For our opinion.
Build the hype.
Build the hype.
Build the power.
Watch that put, guys. It's our most viewed London 2012 video.
Nice. You want to go with your honorable mention?
No. We're alternating. So you go.
I only have one.
You suck. That means you get to finish the video, you shit. Honorable mention, Fibbage.
Hey.
The unfortunate thing about Fibbage is
you might run out of questions.
You'll run out of questions. If you get the Super Duper Jack Pack, yeah, I think you get more questions for Fibbage, which I really want. Is there a DLC where somebody can get more questions?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
But
I certainly have it on my computer.
Oh, okay.
And that's why when I brought up Fibbage being an honorable mention, I also brought it being Drawful because it's less restrictive to just questions. It gives you prompts that are like batshit insane. Like one of them is just like Pizza Pac-Man. And so you have to draw it, and then other people have to guess what you draw, and then they have to like give, and then they have to. Everybody has to pick from all the guesses.
That sounds so silly.
It's so silly. At least when
it.
I've seen it, it looks very fun.
But yeah, if we just all go in on a DLC pack, it'd probably be good. We all just give somebody like if it's $5, we all just split it 4 ways.
The people that the Jackbox crew, they certainly know what they're doing.
Oh, they do a wonderful job.
Yep, they make wonderful party games. All right, my honorable mention. You're gonna hate me for this more than you're gonna hate me for Heavy Rain. I apologize so much. This one, it's an honorable mention because I still don't know how I feel about this game.
It's The Last of Us.
It's The Last of Us. I'm so sorry.
You should be sorry.
The reason is because with this and to a lesser extent BioShock Infinite, I feel like I wish I would have liked the game more. I have no incentive to like go back and replay it, and I have no incentive to like really think about like, wow, I really enjoyed the game. I just think to myself, what was my problem with it? Why did I not? Why is it not as great to me as it is to everybody else? And so that's why I can only get an honorable mention. Because whenever I look at the game, I don't think, wow, that was really great. I mean, I do. I think the...
You better think it was at least great.
It was a very good experience. It looked great. It played great. And it was like incredibly well acted and well structured. But the first thing that comes to my mind is that why don't I look back at this game and see like this gleaming beacon of video gaming?
I guess I understand how you feel. That ending is very questionable.
The ending is questionable, and I don't know.
I think it was a nice risk they took.
Yeah, and I'm glad they did.
I'm glad they went that way and didn't go for some
and then I have to like kind of to a lesser extent, as I said, BioShock Infinite. I feel the same way. I don't feel compelled to go back to that game, regardless of how well the game looked and how exciting it all was. I don't know. I just think back, why did I not like this as much as I feel like I should have and could have? Yeah. So those are my thoughts on that.
My final honorable mention goes to Advanced Warfare.
Nice.
Call of Duty.
Nice.
It's just, I play the game so much that I feel bad if I can't admit that I love the way that they have now formatted Call of Duty to be jumpy around. I've heard enough bad things about the exosuit. I get it. It's not everybody's thing. Because, I mean, if you're used to traditional COD and you don't like the exosuit, you don't like the exosuit. I think the multiplayer is stellar. The greatest thing that we have seen since Modern Warfare 2. I'll be completely honest. I think if I ordered multiplayers from, like, favorite, I would go World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare, Advanced Warfare. I think that's how I like them. And then 5 would be Black Ops 2 because the challenge system is great. But regardless...
I just wish I wasn't so shit at that game.
At what game?
Advanced Warfare. Because to be honest, I'm not that great online.
I'm not that great either. But I still
and it's just like, it's just hella
jump
frustrating.
around and have a goofy time.
Yeah.
But,
when I'm good, it's a lot of fun.
The Zombie DLC edition, I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think it's great. Black Ops 2 did something fucking wrong.
Oh yeah, well they did everything.
They did everything wrong except for the challenge system and multiplayer. But yeah, Advanced Warfare's zombies are fun. They're just a blast. Jump around and get out of situations that are hairy. So that's me. soapboxing about Advanced Warfare, even though it's not on the list.
All right.
Let's get this thing a-rolling.
My number 10, Killer 7.
All right. Good start.
Yep,
Good start.
Yep. As, you know, you may have heard, again, this is the last game that I can mention from 2014, the 2014 video, because it was my favorite game that I played last year for the first time. It's just, this is a game that is just so crazy and so loony, and I go back and I think about it so many times, and I'm like, wow, that experience was insane, and I loved every bit of it, and I loved how crazy it was, and I loved how much of a mind fuck it was, and the ending was like, I finished it, and I'm like, what the fuck? It was just so out there, and it all came together so wonderfully. And so I gave the game to Tyler because I said Tyler, you should play it, but he's never gonna play it, so I should give it to you.
You should give it to me, and I should give it a shot.
You should absolutely give it a shot. I fear that you might not like it as much as I do, and that's 100% perfectly fine because
I'm nervous about that too, but we'll see. I tried to play Luigi's Mansion.
And those two are almost the same game. Fun fact, the guy that directed the video game, the Killer 7, same guy that did Lollipop Chainsaw. It was just written, Lollipop Chainsaw was also written by James Gunn, yeah.
Same guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know who that is, so.
The developer is Suda51, is the guy that did both of those games. But anyways.
As much of a confidence builder as this is, I think I'm going to say I like your list way better than mine.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I think your games are more reputable. Like,
dude, that doesn't have to.
I know it doesn't have to, but I'm just saying that some of my games are a little juvenile. So with number 10, fine. We're going to kick it off with my favorite music rhythm game of all time, Amplitude. Oh, Amplitude. You could buy Amplitude for $5 anywhere.
It's coming back.
It's coming. I don't want it to come back. But what am I gonna do? Am I gonna use a freaking trigger for R2? I don't want a trigger button. I want a button.
Fucking use a face button then. I don't know.
I'm not using the fucking face button. That's so slow. You jackass.
Sorry.
Get the hell out of here. Regardless. Hey, maybe they'll add a 4th track and then L2 will be the first one. Amplitude, to me, is something so beautiful and so well put together that nobody knows about. It makes me sad. At
least you get hipster cred if you don't get reputable.
The game could have a better soundtrack.
Yep.
I'll admit it. A lot of the songs are pretty shit. But
it's an interesting selection from artists. Like, it has a David Bowie song. Everyone says hi.
There's a point where he says the dog says hi too.
Oh, okay.
It's the music selection's damn silly. The game is beautiful, and it functions so well. It hits this perfect level of difficulty. That, I mean, you're only using 3 buttons, but instead of Guitar Hero where you can hit like most of the notes and you take a hit every time you miss a note, it's like you have to do a string perfect, and then you eliminate a track for a while. I mean, Calvin knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I played Amplitude, and it was very good. I mean, okay, fine. Honorable mention Amplitude.
You don't have to. I understand. This is part of my childhood too.
It wasn't part of my childhood, but when you did introduce it to me, it was very fun, and I did think it was a very, very unique and inventive game, and I enjoyed it when I did play it.
You know, it's actually the second game of the series. It actually
Get the fuck out of here!
It actually came after a game called Frequency.
Shut the fuck up!
This is a game I like to bring up to Calvin because he couldn't play it.
Okay.
Calvin is good at games except for Frequency.
I was having a really bad day. I was in a shit mood, and I'm like, whatever, I'll fucking play Frequency. And I play the first song, and I fail. And I'm like, I'm throwing this out the goddamn window.
Frequency is weird. It is a prequel, and it's weird. And
it's not a prequel. It's the first entry.
It's the first entry from Harmonix and the series. And it's okay. I would not give it an honorable mention. It's just an okay game. But Amplitude, it's like the tracks you run through, instead of just seeing a track come at you like in a Rock Band or Guitar Hero, you are riding on the track, like through these like Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like the note highway is actually a highway.
it is, you are traveling a distance, and when you get to the end, you get to the end, and when you, like, beat a song, it does this super duper advanced, like, crushing one of the song things, and then turns into, like, a beat. It's my favorite music game. It was a big part of my childhood. I didn't beat it until I was an adult because I couldn't beat one Slipknot song when I was a kid. And then I became an adult. I was like, what's wrong with me? And then I beat the whole game.
Well,
like,
actually, you became an adult and you're like, hey, Calvin, you want to partner with this game?
yeah, and then you beat it before me, and I was like, you son of a bitch.
And then you beat it like, wow, wasn't that hard?
I beat it like the same week. I was like, oh, that can't be that hard. And I was like, yeah, it's not that hard. But
Well,
like,
it's
I was
fun.
I was an adult, and then I was like, oh, fuck you, rock show. But yeah, Amplitude, favorite music game, and number 10.
Amplitude is pretty good. All right, my number 9, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Now, everybody...
Holy shit.
Yeah,
That is taking a fall over
it's
the
taken a fall. It used to be 2, but
I know.
I can't... I mean, you'll see once I get up to 2, and there's just no way I could put just a simple skating game. Like, even if the gameplay was pretty much perfect for me. This was the first Tony Hawk game that I actually had and owned, and I got pretty fucking good and used to that game. I really liked all the levels. It had a lot. Like, a lot of people are like, Underground 1 was so much better because the story mode was way better. And you know what? I'd agree. The story was way better than Underground 2, which is just kind of like Jackass in Tony Hawk. But there was also like a classic mode, so it had like twice as many maps, and it just had a lot of content to give. And so I really enjoyed all the content, all the, you know, environments, and the soundtrack is pretty amazing. It like molded the music that I listen to now. So
Yeah, a lot of the stuff you listen to now is that.
yeah.
Did you get good using full mode?
No, but I will say that game is a game that I did 100%. I completed everything on every difficulty, and I got every single gap, which is...
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then it gave me all the cheats, and so I got moon gravity, I got like perfect manual, perfect everything.
Dude, when I unlocked Boba Fett in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, when you could do the jump jet move, you just got super high.
Dude, when I unlocked
Awesome.
fucking Shrek in Tony Hawk's Underground 2, game over.
Fuck.
Fucking Shrek on a wooden ass plank. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed like American Wasteland and Underground 1 as well. But I would not put them above Underground 2.
It's probably not as good as Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Get the fuck
4.
out of here.
I can just leave right now. I mean, you can just guess what my top games are.
All right, number 4, Uno.
Number 1, Trouble. Best dice rolling mechanic.
Number 2, Game of Life. Buy a house.
Alright, so my number 9. Just like Amplitude, we're going to go right back to the PS2 and right back to my childhood. And I talked earlier about Sly Cooper.
I knew it.
And how there's a game that I played as a kid, and it was so good.
I
This
think
was one of
I think I know what he's talking
This is one of the first 6 games I got for my PS2. I will give you a little backstory before I even tell you what the game is. But it was like,
just gonna say
I
what
didn't
the game
know
is.
what the fuck the game was, and I just started playing it. Shut up over there. I didn't know what the fuck the game was. I was just like, you know what? I'm bored of these other games. I'm going to try this game. And I started playing it. I was like, wow, this is really cool, whatever this is. I played it all the way through, and I loved it, and I love it. And to the day I die. My number 9 is Jack and Dexter, the Precursor Legacy.
No way.
Oh, Jack and Dexter 1. Oh, that game. It is, every environment is wonderful. The whole story is wonderful. You feel for these completely unrealistic characters in such a silly world. It added just the right amount of comedy to what you're doing with your platforming. It had like, I had played Mario as a kid, and I hadn't yet experienced a game where I had an attack other than landing on people's heads. So you could, like, punch or kick, and then you could use the punch and the kick to, like, go farther distances. So you would just try and get power cells, and you do all this wonderful miscellaneous crap for so many random people. I did end up getting 100 power cells. I did not get 101, and I did not get all the precursor orbs. I apologize, Internet, but I did get 100, and I got to see what was inside that door. I won't tell you.
Yeah,
But-
I was given Jack to borrow from you, and I played it and I beat it, and I thought it was pretty good. But I
You
guess it
weren't
was
a kid.
yeah, I guess it was a lot to do with the time that I played it, to where it's just kind of a blur in my memory, and I ultimately, even though I played it and beat it, I do not remember much about that game.
It was such a wonderful experience. I said earlier that Bowser from Super Mario World is my number 2 favorite boss. Gull and Maya are my number 1.
Wait, it's not Lou from Guitar Hero 3? That's not your favorite
Shut
boss?
up. You know I didn't beat that. I can't believe I still haven't beaten that. I guess Lou could have just played Snow Hey-Oh and it would have been done for. But, yeah, Gull, the final boss it's amazing. In scale, it is such an epic end to such an epic journey. I love it. That game's so good. And then Jak 2 was so fucking gross. And then Jak 3 was, I'll say it. I'm done talking about Jak 1, but just quick opinions on Jak 2 and Jak 3. I think they are both equally as gross for these reasons. 2 was okay, except when you had to use the minimap to get to separate missions, and they were on complete and total opposite ends of the map, and it would take you like 10 minutes to get from one side of the map to the other. There was no shortcut.
Nice.
It was just a line. I hated that.
Nice.
And the final boss was awful. The final boss was a strafe and shoot.
Oh, good.
I was like, you have to be kidding me. I just played a game where Gull and Maya was so inventive and so fun, and you had to do so many things. And now you have guns, and you can just strafe and shoot. And that's it. And that's the boss. Great. Game over. How about a big old feeling of whatever? And then Jak 3 is driving, and then it's just driving in the sand.
Huh?
But there's one part where, like, the precursors end up being whatever the hell Daxter is. Spoiler alert, I don't give a shit about that game. where the precursors end up being Daxter, and I hadn't played the game in, like, a year, and I picked it back up because I'm like, I have to just finish Jak 3 and be done with this. And, like, and they revealed, and I just started uproariously laughing. I thought it was so funny. I was in college. I was like 20, and I was like the funniest thing I'd seen. I was like, you have to be kidding me. That is hilarious, game. Good for you. Your game still sucks.
Nice. Nice.
Jak 1, number 9. Jak 2, Jak 3, like in the 160s.
Couple of hundred of them.
Couple of hundred of them.
All right. Now, my number 8 has been previously said before, but I love it dearly. Number 8 is Minecraft. If I had to make a list of games that I've put time into, Minecraft would be like 2 or 3. I mean,
I think mine would be like 10.
I put a fucking lot of time into this
Yeah.
game because so many times it'd be like, well, I'm bored, guess I'll bring out Minecraft, because it would be in situations like I'm at school and I can't really do anything, but I can download Minecraft on this computer and play it here. So I had like all these worlds all over the place, and then I got the Xbox version and I still played it a shit ton. And
Yeah, you involved me a little bit.
yeah, and like the addition of split screen on the Xbox is amazing.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need. Just get as many people. You get 4 people playing that game at once, as long as your internet connection was okay.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, Minecraft, even though it's fun, like, you know, isolation and caverns is nice, building stuff creatively is nice, but, like, some of the fun things is just shit that happens with friends. Like, I remember one time when we finally had a server going on PC, and so we're playing with a couple of people in the computer lab, and it's just, like, nobody has weapons or anything, but I had a bucket of lava, and it was like, there's one skeleton, lava, and then that's how he killed it. That's how he solved the problem. It was just so much fun, and just everybody's like, what do we do? What do we do? Lava. And so, Minecraft just, there's a lot of room for shit to happen. Endless, you know, amounts of things that you can do, and so
You could do whatever you want. That's what's so great about Minecraft. It's absolute freedom.
yep.
And if you're Matt, you're gonna complain because there's like no end of the game, unless you want to like hate yourself and make the end of the game.
Yeah.
Once you guys found a stronghold because I fell asleep and you just kept resetting the game and throwing
Yep.
Ender's eyes or whatever the fuck.
Top 10 games that Ducky falls asleep to.
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Oh god.
All right.
Many asleeps.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 8 has also been mentioned before, and I didn't want to say it out loud because I was a little sad. I thought this would be a little higher on Calvin's list, but it wasn't. It's another game that Calvin told me to buy, and unlike another game that's even farther down the list, I decided to just buy it. And boy, dude, I love it. 8 is Saints Row 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't even talk about how amazing that game is. All I do is I have so much of the music on my iPod in real life, and I'll just start thinking about the game.
Yep.
Swimming Pools will come on, and I'll just be like, oh my.
And then
Gold by Macklemore will come on.
Yeah, and then Don't Wanna Close My Eyes.
Shut up. And then Boys Are Back in Town comes on, and I'm like, oh yeah.
And then No Waves by Fiddler will come on.
Okay. You listen to some slightly different music than I did, because I mean, at least we both listen to Donald Trump walk.
Yeah. So there's also a song on there called Tightrope by Walk the Moon.
Oh, Walk the Moon.
Yeah, same people. And then I was like, oh, that's the people that did Shut Up and Dance.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting coincidence.
Interesting. I'm not a big fan of that.
I am a big fan of that. So
guys, you're watching this video. I have a stupid little pop channel thing that I do. You can see what I look like. But anyway,
yeah, it's just Saints Row 4 is one of the most fun games ever. It's fun. You can have so much fun by yourself and with another person. It's everything you do is just.
That's what I had to do to beat the game. I got so tired of Tyler not playing with me that I just beat the game by myself because it is that much fun.
Yeah, you just want to keep playing it, and you just want to keep doing the side missions and collecting all the collectibles, and it's great.
It is a giant sandbox of wonderment, and it's all perfect. Almost. We're not at the top of the list yet.
All right, my number 7 game is Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Oh, I was hoping you could pick 64.
No, it's Melee. It's got to be Melee.
Yeah.
Melee is the game that it's like, oh, you're bored? Let's play a game Melee.
You know what? You kidding me? That's my number 1 game that I've played in my life. Is
most time put into Melee.
Most time has to be Melee.
I mean, yeah, and it's just such a tight game, and it's one of those games where you only have to play just one aspect of it. The other aspects are great, like classic mode's pretty good, target test pretty good, event matches pretty good.
Yeah, sure.
And the home run contest pretty good.
I can't even use the sticks on those. Why am I gonna do that?
Special mode like lightning melee. I mean, that's pretty good. But it's just the mechanics of it are so precise, and it feels so good.
That game had so much love poured into it from its creator. Where every character is you could be the best with any character. I actually lost to a Pichu once. like a legitimate professional Pichu. Because you can be good with anybody.
Yep, that game. I mean, the other game I was thinking about that I didn't talk about or give an honorable mention to was Rainbow Six Vegas 2, which is a game that is very fun only for one aspect, is just terrorist hunt, just only doing that, just because it's such a fun thing that's just an aspect of the game, and that's so
damn intense.
Yeah, and that's what I think of when I think of Melee. Is just only just do 4 stock matches at wherever, with one person, 4 people. It's just endless fun, and it doesn't matter that you're at the same stage because every match is different, and every match, I mean, we could play it for years and it'll still be exciting. We could still play it for hours on end.
Absolutely. Melee's
amazing.
Oh, Melee. My number 7 is Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
You said that, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm ready to be upset.
Excuse me, you fuck.
It's just okay. I don't care much for Brawl.
You don't have to care much for Brawl, but you know what? When Brawl is the first one you own, I want to say something. Now, all you Melee professionals out there, I am on your side. Okay, Brawl is a baby game. I'll admit it. By the way, I love playing Brawl so much more than Smash 4 that bullshit. That game is poopy.
Also, the controller sucks.
The controller sucks. It's poopy dicks. I don't use a controller. Of course I use a GameCube controller, you goober.
Of course.
But I think what it is I was blown away by Subspace. And I've heard enough people say so many terrible things about Subspace. How it's just a fighting game. It doesn't have to have a story mode. You know what? I was pretty blown away by that story mode. I think they did such an amazing job about characters who don't say one word of dialogue to each other for a 10-hour campaign of fighting, and you still feel compelled to feel for these characters. It's beautiful. You have to use every character. You learn how to use these characters. You get better with it. And you know what? Even Brawl's multiplayer is good. I'm not going to say a lot about it because it is Brawl. But
yeah, I mean, I certainly didn't much like Brawl because it feels so much weird and it's such a disconnect that I don't really like it and I can't really play it nearly as well. But I will agree that when we went through and we played Subspace Emissary, though it was frustrating at points because
we played it on a very hard difficulty.
Yeah, it's still fun and it was still, you know, very entertaining. Partially because it just, you know, made me reminisce about my enjoyment with Kirby Superstar. But I mean, if it's the same concept, so it's still fun.
Brawl and Melee are two completely different animals. Brawl, Melee 64, and Smash 4 are completely different. Well, I mean, I guess you could basically call it Smash U and Brawl brothers. Smash U is just a better high-def version, slightly different mechanics of Brawl. It's just Brawl. It feels like fucking Brawl. Can somebody make another Melee, please? Don't call it Melee 2. Just make a game that's that hard, that takes that much technical skill to play.
Project M is almost that.
Yeah.
But it's still just a mod.
Yeah, if somebody could just... Nintendo? Could you just do, like, Melee again for Smash 5?
They don't care.
No, they don't care. Why
That's
I think their
sad.
sales are so poopy. They just don't care. Fucking let's sell every Mario game 100,000 times. Okay. To get away from that, Brawl was... I put so much time into Brawl, like by myself, playing those silly missions and seeing which characters I was best with. If you ever see me, you better watch out. Because me and Lucas, man, we go way back.
All right. My number 6. You mentioned it before. It's all the way up here. My number 6 is Portal 1.
All right.
Portal is a very short game, but to me, Portal is perfect.
It is perfect.
There are zero flaws with Portal. It is a perfect length to be serviceable, and I can endlessly go through it. I've played it like at least once every year since it came out, just because it's a fun game to go back to, and it's I don't know, just the mechanics are so smooth, it's so tight, it fits so perfectly. Everything is so contained. So there are no flaws that I have with Portal.
I can't add anything. Portal is perfect. I'll admit it. It's
simple,
just
perfect. Everybody should play it at least
simple,
once.
perfect. Everybody should absolutely play it at least once. I completely agree with you.
Yep. Though a lot of people really like Portal 2, and the only reason it didn't make it on the list is because I'm not compelled to go back to it. Like the story mode, I had an issue with. Once you fall down the very long pit, it just becomes an annoying thing of where do I portal next? Where's the next portalable wall? And so you're just looking around. It's like, oh, there it is, way in the distance. And so it just becomes like going through these big set pieces without many puzzles. And so that was the annoying thing. That's why I don't care much for Portal 2. I mean, the characters were pretty great, and I did enjoy it the time I played through it. But I mean,
J.K. Simmons is in that game.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he one of the cores?
No. There was something that Rob played for me once.
Oh, is he Cave Johnson?
Who's Cave Johnson?
Probably J.K. Simmons.
Like, if you see a version of yourself walking the other way,
you just let that handsome devil keep on going.
Don't make eye contact.
This next test involves trace amounts of time travel. To be honest, we're just throwing science at a wall and seeing what sticks.
All I did was listen to that.
Now that you say that, yep, Cave Johnson was absolutely perfect. So,
if we were making a favorite movies of all time, my favorite movie of all time is Whiplash. I'm sorry. I love it.
Wait, it's not Spider-Man 1 with J.K. Simmons?
No, it's Spider-Man 3 with J.K. Simmons.
Oh. So yeah, Portal, great game.
J.K. Simmons, great actor. My number 6 is surprisingly low. Big shocker, but my number 6 is Call of Duty World at War.
Oh, whoa!
What?
I expected that to be like 2.
Number 1. Because it's like the best game. You Call of Duty World at War. Look. Call of Duty World at War is... Oh my god, I'm trying to shoot down Call of Duty World at War. I'm gonna backtrack. Here, let me start with my
really good games.
Let me start with my usual thing. Oh, but God, World at War. World at War is unbelievable in my eyes. I love it. I love everything about it. I love the freaking... First, let's start with the campaign.
Wait, hold on. Now, when you say Call of Duty World at War, are you talking about on the PS3, the 360, or the Wii?
Anyway,
that's what I thought.
We're not talking about the Wii. You didn't get to
Please only give me Call of Duty Wii footage.
You didn't get to play. I don't still have that. I traded, remember?
Oh,
so now I have Black Ops.
Good trade?
Nope. Black Ops breaks Wii's.
Anyways.
Watch our other videos. Anyway, I still haven't said anything about the fucking game. World at War. The campaign is beautiful. I love it. I love all the action. I love what goes on. I mean,
except for those grenades, but aside from that.
We're not talking about veteran yet. Bubby. This is probably the highest game on my list thus far that I feel like achieving the end of the game, beating it on veteran, was the greatest achievement. Oh, veteran.
It's pretty difficult.
Veteran in World at War is miserable. It's
maddening.
Definitely miserable. There are grenades in your pocket.
Yep.
You will come up from cover and die immediately.
There was a time when I was standing and I was moving through trenches and then tick, tick, tick. Oh, 5 grenade indicators. No joke. 5 grenade indicators.
Those are pretty good Nazis.
Oh my god.
But when you beat it on veteran, you feel damn good, and they give you like so much gamer score when you beat it. You get like 400 gamer score just for like beating that game on veteran alone.
Yeah.
Not doing the rest of it, but campaign is beautiful, and everything you do is wonderful, and you feel like you're there. You feel like you're...
Yeah,
and you know what the cool part is? I think this is the first COD that integrated the Japan-American fighting into it.
Huh.
For CODs. I think all the other ones were just the European front.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Africa in one, which evidently uses a port for PS2. But, yeah, it's like the first one, just to hear Kiefer Sutherland just talk about things. Oh, Keith.
Yeah, and I mean, though I didn't really like the tank mission. It had a really good like sniper mission.
Oh,
I thought Vendetta was really good.
Well done. A lot of the missions were well done.
Even like the rail shooter Black Cats, that wasn't even that bad. Good job shooting down those zeros.
I did do it though.
Good job shooting out those lights.
That was so hard. And then the multiplayer. Oh, the multiplayer was so good. All the guns were so fun.
Yeah.
All the perks were so fun. Sleight of hand, Juggernaut, Shades. Everything about just that was the most satisfying multiplayer to me. Every kill, you're just like, yes, good, gotcha, bitch. And then zombies, they integrated something that was so far-fetched and so off the wall that they just slapped it in their game. And it was like, yeah, here's a little side game for you that's actually the best.
That's actually amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I remember playing that first map and thinking it was amazing. And then I remember playing Verrückt and being like,
wow, this is way better.
Wow, this is so much better.
Yeah.
I could do things. And then you get to the 4th map, and you're like, whoa, I put my gun in a thing, and now my gun is like a super gun?
Whoa, the Car 98 is actually still shit, but like, it's funny.
It's not shit in like Wave 8. But, yeah, I feel like I don't have a lot to say about it. It's just awe-inspiring to me.
Yeah.
Just the whole game is wonderful to me. If you hate CODs, don't hate the early ones, please. They're good. The later ones, go ahead. That's fine.
All right. Similarly to you, my number 5 is Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. My favorite Call of Duty game. This is the one that I started on, and this is the one that I have the most fondest memories of. I enjoyed, starting off kind of shitty, but feeling like as if I got better throughout my gameplay. But importantly, I made friends online, and we had some fun private matches, which I've never done in any other Call of Duty game. So I have to give a lot of credit for the fun that I had that I could never have in another time. I cannot go back to Call of Duty 4 and enjoy it the way I did then, because don't have the friends to play with, and everybody's a fucking hacker.
Hey, I'll play with
It's
you.
not the same though, and you have to understand that.
Oh.
Likewise, the campaign was really good, and I did really enjoy it. I played through that a handful of times, beat it on veteran. The sniper mission, All Gillied Up, is my favorite mission of all time ever, probably. It's endlessly memorable, and I really enjoyed it. And when you get all the intel in the game, it gives you like cheats, and the cheats are really funny to use, like cluster bombs, infinite ammo.
You know what? So does World at War, where you get the depth card.
Yeah, and those aren't the same at all. You get paintball. Don't you like have to use those in co-op?
Well, you don't have to use it. You can use it. Once me and Tyler put them all on and had no idea what was going on.
As in the sense that you can't use them in single player.
Yeah, you can't.
That's boring.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry.
That's not boring. That's annoying.
I'm sorry you can't do old timey mode in World at War.
Oh, dude, ragtime mode was amazing.
The whole-
Ragtime warfare.
The whole game is fucking ragtime warfare. If you just put a damn filter on it.
All right. I think that's all I have to say about Call of Duty 4. It's great. I have the best memories with it.
I wish.
I do too.
Number 5. You know what? I bet I'm close. I bet you're really close here.
Yeah?
So close. My number 5, Spec Ops The Line.
Hey.
Spec Ops The Line. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your almost Uncharted gameplay. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel. I think this game is probably one of the most surprising to me for how high I put it, but
Yeah.
I can't look at it any other way. The story is so good. I can't even believe how good the story is. They did such a wonderful job. Everything about it too. There's intel in the maps. You pick up the intel. I looked at every piece of intel I picked up because it brought the story along. Jake Busey is in it, which therefore makes it the best game. Okay, please slap a picture of Jake Busey there. Just no, nobody cares. It's fine. Jake Busey is fuck Jake Busey. It's just,
Yeah, this game is, you need to play it. If you've ever played a modern military shooter game, you need to play this game.
I'd agree. It's not the same as Portal. Like, everyone has to play Portal, but if you played military shooters, you gotta play this one.
Yeah.
Really, I can't say anything about it because you have to play it and the story's amazing. So, so shut the video off, go play it. Go buy it. It's really expensive.
If you have Steam, you could probably find it on sales for cheap, but
Yeah.
aside from that, you'll find it in stores for still like $20-25.
Yeah, it's still pretty. Just get it with the Spec Ops Line Mafia 2 Borderlands 2?
BioShock?
BioShock Infinite
2K bundle. Anyways,
the 2K, but you're right.
yeah. Yeah, my number 4, Spec Ops The Line.
Beautiful.
We did it.
We're very
Almost.
close. I
Yeah.
knew it. I was like, you know what? It's about time you say that game.
This is a game I played once and have thought about it so much since I played it. I mean,
I played a little more than once. Suck it.
Oh wow, dude!
I started playing on Fubar.
Yeah, did you hate yourself?
A little bit.
Is it like shit hard? Because I thought suicide mission difficulty was pretty damn hard, especially near the end.
I don't even know what mission I played. Probably on suicide.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was bad. What
But-
it was bad.
That's not important. The gameplay, I mean, it's not nearly important as the scope of the rest of the game and the story. And
As I said for the 2014 list, just play the damn game on easy just for the story.
I mean,
it's worth it enough. I would say.
although I will say one thing that we did not say in there that we should say now: you should play at a difficulty that you will die on at least a couple times.
Oh yeah, you're right. I apologize to everybody. You really should play it so that you can die a little bit.
Because this is a game that exposes the horrors of war.
Does it say a few things to you as the player?
Yeah. It makes you think. I mean, I have Call of Duty 4 on here because it was fun and the gameplay was solid and I had enjoyment playing it. I have this game because I think back and I'm like, I am awful.
Yeah, we're all pretty awful.
We are awful human beings. So, yeah. Play Spec Ops The Line already.
Yeah, everybody. Whole world. Thank you. My number 4 is Last of Us.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking at you, buddy.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking at you. Last of Us is beautiful. Did you have any problems with Uncharted? Oh, no. Now you're not having problems. Now you're just having fun.
Oh, yeah, having fun. Zombie apocalypse, everybody comes in, yay!
Excuse me. I think the gameplay is the most wonderful thing that Naughty Dog has made. I am so sorry, Jack and Dexter, but and Crash. But Last of Us, I love the gameplay. You have to think a lot. The game is hard. I played the game on normal, which is the second easiest difficulty, and the game is hard.
Yep.
You cannot go in guns a-blazing. Uncharted, there are situations where the guns you have are guns a-blazing. This is basically a survival zombie game. You can't go in guns a-blazing. You have to be very concerned about everything. It makes you think. The story is wonderful. I know you don't know how you feel. I know how I feel. I think it's wonderful. The story is wonderful. You care so much about these characters. You can at least admit that.
I will admit, I thought the characters were very well done. I really did become very attached to Joel and Ellie.
Yeah, Joel and Ellie are very wonderful. Well, what about that first chick? The first chick.
Tessa?
Yeah, Tesla. The characters are great. It's great to see their relationship grow because you start out and they don't know each other.
And they're very cold to each other.
Yeah, you start out not knowing each other and then you become a team. And it's an escort mission that becomes, she actually fucking helps you out, thank God.
Yeah.
She'll throw bricks. Hooray. There were a few missions where I tried to run away from her, and then you see what happens when clickers get Ellie.
Wow, I've never seen that happen.
You feel bad. I was just there was one where it's like a tunnel, and I'm just like, nope, we'll make it. Everybody will be fine. And then it's just like she's like getting beat up. I'm like, yeah, no big deal. And then it does the neck thing,
the cutaway. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, there's the nice cut. The cut, seeing yourself die is pretty wonderful. Once I actually glitched the game that a clicker went to like punch me and get me, and just neither of the two character sprites were moving, so it's just like they're just sitting still. Nothing was happening. It was...
One funny story I have with the game is that, do you remember the part when you're in the school and there's that big fat guy that pulls off parts of himself and throws at his bombs at you? You're in like the gym.
Oh yeah,
I hated that boss.
Yeah, that boss was a bitch.
I was playing with a friend and they were playing and they had died a couple times. I'm like, all right, I'll get the left half of the controller, you get the right half, and we fucking beat it. It was incredible.
That usually doesn't work.
It never works except for maybe in Mario Party. So yeah.
I love Mario Party. But Last of Us, I would absolutely highly recommend. That was a wonderful story, wonderful game. One of the, I think, instead of best boss, I think it has the most satisfying to defeat boss in the history of I haven't played Dark Souls. But you know what? I'll say it. For a game that's not, implicitly made, there's a bit of a boss fight thing going on.
Yep.
And you feel so good when you kill that fucker.
Yep.
I
know exactly what you're talking about.
So good. He is such a piece of shit.
Yeah. So
I hate that guy.
Yeah. I can at least say, though I didn't have Last of Us on my list, I can at least say I completely recommend it for other people to play. Yeah. It's a game that people should play because it's a very, very nice experience. Well, I guess not nice, but it's an impactful experience.
It's fun.
All right, my number 3. You gave a nice shout out to it at the very, very beginning of the game, the video.
Really?
Yeah, number 3.
Not number 0 above all other games and praised until the end of time on the highward. I don't know words describing how great the game is. I won't say what it is, even though we all know what it is.
Yep, number 3 is BioShock.
You guys better have watched our other videos. You just came in this top 10. Lame.
Yep. So yeah, BioShock is another one of those games that I can play over and over, and I've played many, many times. I got all the achievements on the Xbox, and I think I have a platinum trophy on the PS3 because the game is that fun for me to play. But in addition to it being very fun, the story is actually very impactful, and it does leave you thinking. At least it left me thinking a lot. This game and Spec Ops are 2 games that I think about a lot in retrospect, and I think the reason why this barely edges out Spec Ops is that even though Spec Ops had a way more impactful story, I think I have to at least give credit to how impactful the story was to me, in addition to the gameplay being fun enough to play over and over and over.
Yeah. From the, 2 hours of the game I've played, the gameplay is pretty wonderful.
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna tell you something that might, like, you might not think about this, but, like, when you get telekinesis, what I did was I just, like, alright, I have telekinesis now, I kill a dude, and then I pick up their body, and then I see another person, and I just fling the body at that dude, instant kill.
That's pretty cool.
It's a lot of fun.
I just liked using the beds. It would hit every wall and not kill anything, and be like, damn it.
And,
the shot.
You know, playing the game on its hardest difficulty, being able to kill Big Daddies when it's on the hardest difficulty is fucking insanely satisfying.
That sounds pretty glorious.
It's nice.
The game on like normal.
I mean, that's fair, but the game, it feels nice, and even though the game came out at least 7 or 8 years ago,
this
it still looks.
2007 year.
I think so.
No, I was just making it.
No, I think it is.
A Yahtzee joke. Because for God's sakes, it's not a 2007 year for games.
Yeah, I mean, it still looks aesthetically nice. It looks really good, I'd say.
It does look
and
nice.
It still has one of the best intros out of any game ever.
That intro, I loved it.
It's amazing. It is amazing. So, if you haven't played BioShock, highly suggest it. And, though I will say, I don't like scary games. I don't play scary games. BioShock is the scariest game I've played. But it's more than just like scary. It's just kind of unsettling. So
it's so unsettling.
Yeah, the atmosphere it nails it.
Oh, it gives me heaps just thinking about it.
Yep.
So I'm guessing that my top 3 is like a culmination of my entire list brought together.
Nice.
On 3 things I like a ton. My number 3 is Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Yay!
There's so much effort put into something so simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's something. Well, I don't want to say it's a Battle Royale because Battle Royale is Smash 4 without people getting knocked off the screen, but it's really something that everybody should always look into games that, you know, when the person creating the game really cares, you can tell that their game was made so technically well.
It is very, very polished.
The game, there's so many details to the game. Like, you wouldn't realize it if you're not a professional Smash player. Very high odds of that. I'm not either. I went to a Smash tournament and got laughed at. But I'm pretty close before you laugh at me. Any of you scrubs come off the street and try and play my Captain Falcon, I will be better than you.
Yeah.
I'm just not professional.
You are very good.
I'm very good. I am not exceptionally good like Steven. But the game is made so well that it's true. This is what makes it so much better than Brawl. Brawl might have had Emissary, which was beautiful, but it's like the gameplay itself for playing Emissary was at times a little frustrating
Uh-huh.
because your control wasn't as dazzling and spectacular as Melee. So you don't have to have a lot of things. You just have your classic mode, your adventure mode. Boy, I really wish you could use the C-stick when you're using any story game mode, but that's fine. I'll get over it. I'll just fast fall to my death by accident. But just playing with friends, you could play for so long, and you just play as whoever and have a blast.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this is a comment on Smash and a total. Like, me and a buddy were playing Smash 4 as a team, and we were getting our asses kicked, and then we're just like, let's double Bowser. And we won. we won the match. I hate Bowser with a passion. He's a big, fat fuck.
Yep.
And I can't play with him. And for some reason, what was funny about the match was I love going off topic. Well, my favorite part of that match was that I killed him more than the other guy.
Every time he died, I thought you killed him.
I did.
Yeah.
I was the only person who killed him, and he died twice. But yeah, I could not praise Melee enough. It's something that is made so well.
Yep. The skill ceiling is so high, and so even though you could play for an incredibly long time, you still likely get better if you're playing with good people who also get better alongside you.
What's funny is me and Steven, the little anecdote, we both had Brawl and not Melee before we went to college together. And then I picked up Melee, or one of us picked up Melee before a tournament. We're like, let's play this. We're like, this game is fucking hard. It's like heavy and everybody's all like quick. Everything is just ridiculous about this game. And then we never went back. We never went back to Brawl. We're like, we want to learn how to play this game. And Steven cared a little bit more than I did, and that's why he fast-tracked. I could have watched videos, and I could have like practiced tech skill, but you know what? I was like, I'd rather take that time to play World at War.
All right. Well, my number 2 is Mass Effect 2. Now, I really do like Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2 is the best of the 3, obviously.
What about Mass Effect 3?
Mass Effect 3, I could rant for a very long time about how shitty it is. I mean, it's nice that they made the shooting feel better, but they should have tried.
Absolutely.
Should have tried with the story, like, a little bit.
That's the best thing you could do for a game. Shooting better?
Yeah.
Uncharted 3, Game of the Year.
Mass Effect 2, it just has a wonderful story, and the most important thing is that the characters that have been developed in Mass Effect 1, they are developed more, they're expanded upon, and they add more characters that are equally as good. Like, that's the thing. Almost every single character in Mass Effect 2 I did really enjoy. And I like the environments that you go to, I like all the places that you go. And really, the only complaint that anybody seems to have about it is that in the scope of the trilogy, Mass Effect 2 really does not need to exist because it starts and there's another race of aliens, and then by the end they're pretty much taken care of, and then the big overwhelming threat throughout the trilogy, they're not really even expanded upon in the whole game. But it's I can enjoy it for being just a isolated experience because the things in that game are so well done. The characters, the gameplay is much more refined over Mass Effect 1's, and some people might have an issue because it's arguably way more simplistic, but I think that's fine because Mass Effect 1 controlled like a piece of poop.
So did Uncharted 1.
Yeah. So Mass Effect 2 is just, you know, if you like RPGs, if you like space, give Mass Effect a try. If you don't think you could get into a game with such poopy gameplay as Mass Effect 1, just start with Mass Effect 2. I played it 2 or 3 times. I got all the achievements in it. And so I don't know, it's just a solid, memorable experience that I became very attached to, so you know, Mass Effect 2, very, very good.
I don't like space, so I don't think I'll ever play it. It's scary out there.
Dude, there was that one Modern Warfare 2 mission where you're in space.
Oh my goodness.
How am I gonna look right?
out. How am I gonna do that in Mass Effect? Are they gonna talk to me like Shepard?
Shepard?
Would you do something, please?
What can you tell me about counterclockwise movement?
What can you tell me about the Reapers? See, I know things.
Yeah.
In the scope of things, this game is ridiculously silly to have on any top list with such, like, fantastic, amazing games. But you know what? I'm gonna say it. This game is perfect. And if you ever get a chance to play it, it's fucking perfect, alright? We're going full circle with the unrealistic sports game angle. My number 2 is NBA Street Volume 2. Oh
wow, I'm so surprised.
If aesthetics was like all that a game needed to be, oh man, this game is legendary. Everything is legendary. The hardest difficulty for the computers is legendary. That is how legendary this game is. All the things you can do, it just feels so satisfying and good, and it's a freaking best of 21 win by 2 basketball game. Honestly, that's all it is, but you know what? You get game breakers, and you get just level 2 game breakers, and they're legendary. The shit you do is amazing. A couple of them have an eagle in the silence. You get this, like, filter that looks like, oh, it looks so good. All the stuff you do, it's like there's nothing left out of the game. They thought of everything in this game. They're like, okay, so what were the problems with NBA Street Volume 1, which, by the way, I'll say is a good game. It was a good start for the Street series. There was not a Street game before NBA Street Volume 1. It was a good start. That was the first game I had. I had that before Street 2. But they're like, okay, what doesn't work? Okay, so it sucks when you block people's shots and then you can't get the ball. Okay, turbo blocking. Now you catch the ball. Great, fantastic. Okay, what else sucks? So people can just do tricks to you, like, unlimitedly, and you just fall over. Trick counter. You do this, they do a trick on you, you automatically get the ball, regardless where the ball goes at you. They thought of everything. They started to think about doing passes off the backboards to get to other people. They started thinking of doing passes off people's faces. They started thinking of doing alley-oops by yourself. You can actually initiate alley-oops and be the person who dunks. Usually in a street game, you have to wait for somebody to go up and do the alley-oop, like one of the computers. Yeah. And it looks ridiculously silly.
Yeah, they jump
really high.
Really high and really slowly.
And then you pass to them, and they're like, you always jump really slowly. All the dunks.
Oh, sorry.
You see extreme detail. Nothing is realistic. It's all wonderful. The ball goes loose. You always hit the dive button automatically. You can see everybody just dive. Oh.
Dude, Shaq, legendary.
Shaq is unfair. You can't dunk on Shaq, and then if you try and shoot, you can just goaltend. That's the best thing about the game.
Just standing under the hoop.
I had to figure out how to beat Lewis because he kept being Shaq, and I picked a random team, and they gave me like the Grizzlies, somebody fucking worthless. No, it was the Golden State Warriors. And this game came out in 2003, so any of you who actually, watch basketball and the Golden State Warriors are amazing right now, not at all. They were, like, terrible back in the day. So I got them, and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I couldn't have anybody dunk on Shaq. I couldn't have anybody, like, bull Shaq over. I was just like, oh, come on. This isn't even fair. But I beat him. I figured out cunning. If I just walk up to Shaq and do like a trick and he falls his ass over, Lewis was screwed every time. Without Shaq, Lewis was like, oh dear.
Yeah.
But as simple as that, it's like the create a character was awesome. You could make awesome characters. There's awesome NBA. The legendary difficulty was reasonable. It wasn't impossible. They played off you as well as it could. NBA Street Volume 2, one of the most beautiful games crafted that is probably mostly under the radar. You know what? Buyback sells that game for a lot of money now.
Nice.
It's like $21.
Nice. And it's a PS2 game. Usually PS2 games are not expensive.
Yeah, I love it. Unless they're like Parappa the Rapper 2. We gotta play Parappa the Rapper. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a spoiler. My number one's not Parappa the Rapper.
I'm sure everybody was worried that it was Parappa the Rapper. All right, you know, speaking of rhythm games,
Speaking of things that were mentioned,
my number one game ever of all time is Rock Band 3. If you know me, this should not be a surprise. I've played Rock Band so much. As I said, I did start in Guitar Hero, then I got Guitar Hero 2, 3, then eventually got Rock Band 2. And that, like, blew my damn mind. I was like, wow, drumming is fun. I can actually drum. I know how to drum. And I went into Rock Band 3, and I imported all the songs over, so I have, like, this massive library of songs. And so people come over, and we can play for hours on end. 3 people with mics just shouting as loud as they can. It's so much fun. It's the ultimate party game. Rock Band has done a lot for me outside of the scope of video games. Because of Rock Band, I now play drums. Because of Guitar Hero and Rock Band, I now play the guitar. So, I have a lot to thank Rock Band for, but in an isolated sense, it's just a very well built game. I mean, they knew that they're like, people want to have fun, and they just kind of want it's simple. So they took Rock Band 2, which was already a very good game, and they streamlined it, and they made it quicker and easier to play. People can jump in and out very easily. Songs like load up super quick, and I don't know. I can always fall back on Rock Band for being a lot of fun, and I always do, unless my PS3 breaks, like it has, which is very sad. But
we haven't
still,
played Rock Band 3 in like a year.
A year, but you know, it's sad. But Rock Band has been with me for a while. I think Rock Band 2 came out in like 2008, and so I've been like playing. I've been playing for so many years now, and it's just, I don't even know what to say. It's so much of who I am now. I love it. Rock Band 3, my favorite game of all time.
Brings a tear to my eye. I'm here for you, man.
Thanks, man. Can I drum on you?
We drum on each other all the time, man.
That's true.
Because I'm actually a drummer, guys. Ho ho. Hey. Speaking of bringing a tear to my eye.
Yep.
My number one game of the year came from last year's game list. So, big shocker if you already saw that. But I told you it was my favorite game of all time, so that should have been a spoiler in the first place. It's not like I was going to change. Fuck this game. It's so good. It's so unbelievably good. All games of this kind of genre need to be... You looking at this, Watch Dogs? Come here. My number one game of all time is Infamous 2. Infamous 2 it's how to do a game, just period. It's as simple as I could say it, because it started with a difficulty spike. The thing is, I played through the series in order, and Infamous 2, because like most games, you have to start by learning a game, just in case you start in the middle of a game. It's like Saints Row 4 gave me a thing to intro. I have never played any of the other Saints Row games. I played Saints Row 3, and
Briefly.
it's not Saints Row 4.
Nope.
Which is funny, because Saints Row 4 is Saints Row 3 with superpowers. But, I digress. You start out with just what you need. Just what you need. You start out with an epic fight to set the whole game up, to know what's going on, and everything is perfect. The karma system is perfect. The way you learn moves are perfect. You get appropriate upgrades as you go. You learn these abilities that you didn't have in Infamous 1 that were just infinitely fantastic, like transcending buildings. I mean, I guess a spoiler, since this gets farther in the game, I won't tell you. I have no idea what happens that gets you this. But the one thing that was mostly frustrating about the first Infamous was the fact that there was no way to get up a building besides climbing along the side, window to window, one at a time. I mean, if you play Crackdown, you know what I feel. There's no way to transcend the buildings ridiculously quick. Just say. One of the like later things you get is a tether. You get a fucking tether power up. You have a button that's a damn tether. It's like, do you not like climbing buildings? Here you go. Here's a way for you to just put your freaking electric power at the top of a building, and now you're at the top of the building. Congratulations. This game's the best. What else about this? Like, as I said, the whole game is a learning experience that just made me happy as I kept going, because I'm like, no game, it just flows from part to part this well. No game makes me learn something incrementally in such a wonderful fashion. I learn little things, and you just learn how to play the game better, and you care more about the characters, and all this shit happens to the characters. And I will say the same thing that I said the last time. Do not play Infamous 2 without playing Infamous 1. There is a big reveal until at the end of the game where you will not care about the big reveal if you don't play Infamous 1. Both Infamous 1 and Infamous 2 have this incredible, amazing, like, oh man. You get revealed and you're like shocked. Because you're like, wow, everything is insane and makes sense all of a sudden. Like that, it's like that. And if you don't play Infamous 1, play Infamous 2, something happens and you're like, oh. Okay, well, I guess that happened. But going on, it runs the faction system, and the best thing about the faction system is literally at the end of the game, it doesn't matter what faction you are, you choose whatever you think is the better option. Two characters stand next to you, and they're like, it's like you have all these powers. It's like if you've been playing evil the whole way, there's an evil option. Or you can just pick the good option, because you're like, oh, I guess. Because the final choices in the games are so... It's so monumental what you have to choose. You have to choose. It goes both ways. And it, as I said, it made me cry both times. The game is gripping, and what you have to do is painful but necessary for the end of the game, whether you want to end evil or you want to end good. It's just, again, as usual, I'm just blown away. Excuse that. Infamous 2 just blew me away the whole time, and it is my favorite game of all time.
Yeah, I'm glad you could talk extensively about that, because I still haven't played it, and so you did a good job of carrying that all on your own. So. Good job.
I love that game. That game makes me so... You need a PS3 and you need to play that game. Maybe I'll let you borrow my PS3 over the summer and you just play Infamous, because you have to.
Yeah, alright.
It's a rite of wonderfulness. You have to do it, Calvin. Please.
I'll
just buzz through the first one and beat the story, and then just play the second one all the way through. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I do really want to play that because of your wholehearted recommendations.
I love it so much.
Yeah, so hopefully we will be able to come back to this series again for year end.
For year end. We had a lot of fun doing 2014, and you know, at this point we're like, I guess I could give you a speculation from this year.
Yeah.
I don't feel like what I'm going to pick is going to be so amazing as what I picked last year. Because I just, like, everything I played last year was incredible. My number 8 was Uncharted 2. Just, like, I had a good year of games.
Yeah, you did.
This year I'm just like, oh, I should beat BioShock, so that's my number 1 automatically.
Yeah,
and I won't look like such a prick.
You still got room. You still got room for
I got time. You're right.
To play some really good, groundbreaking games.
That, or I'll just edit Shangri-La till that's over.
No, wait, you're done.
You're right. I am done.
All right. Any last words?
Well, I will give you maximum credit if you did the whole thing. Thank
Yeah.
you, Internet. You're amazing.
You know,
I love you guys.
sometimes we have controversial opinions, but
but nobody's looking, so it's okay.
I hope this compels you to make your own top
Subscribe.
games list.
Fuck that. I hope this compels you to subscribe. Please. Please subscribe.
I had a dream the other night that I would like look at our channel and it's like, oh, we have 33 subscribers. Refresh. Oh, we have 54 subscribers. Refresh. Oh, we have 20 subscribers.
I would like that more.
It was a nightmare.
Refresh. 1.2 thousand subscribers. Refresh. Negative numbers.
All our videos are gone.
We owe YouTube money.
Alright. Hopefully this will be made and out eventually.
Yeah. Hey, you got all summer.
All summer.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll freak the fuck out every time one comes out. I'll be so excited. I'll pump that shit in crazy.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you
See
so
you at
much.
the end of the year.
See you the end of the year.